Howdy y'all, you got the Bulldog on the channel. This is one to try to stress why we go out of our way a little bit, because it tends to make a big difference for the customer. This truck has had some troubles here lately. I don't know why, but it's just everything's catching up with it. It's 10 years old. A couple things have happened to this that I've never seen happen before. Heard of them, never seen them. But this problem here is something that I have seen, and I've done it to these trucks. It's one of the Ram 2500s. It's one of them. The one here a while back where the alternator shorted out and blew everything up, blew up the batteries, blew up the alternator, smoke from under the hood. I mean, it was expensive, and I felt bad for the guy, but it is what it is, you know. Well, this spring he cranked up his AC, everything's good, taking off down the road, we're good. Week or so goes by, and all of a sudden his AC doesn't work anymore. I mean, all of a sudden. He stops in. Well, does it need a quick charge? That's not something that fails just all of a sudden. I plopped the gauges on there, and it says it had a full charge, or at least really close. And turned the AC on, and the clutch engaged and sitting there spinning, and the gauges didn't move. Uh-oh. Well, that's bad. These things, like I say, it's happened before. The shaft will twist off inside the AC pump, and clutch will engage, you'll spin the pump, but nothing moves. It doesn't pump anything. Well, we priced the job out. He doesn't think about it but for a few minutes, and he says, go ahead and get her done. Well, we're swamped, and can you bring it in next week? Not really. He's going to another state for an entire week in 2 days. Oh boy. Well, it works out. We get everything ordered. There's some stuff that was a 2-day order, but they pulled some strings. They got it here for us, got all the parts. Unfortunately, some of the parts were wrong, which is what we run into a lot when you get aftermarket parts and they don't fit. These are brand new with the quick connects inside of them. You can't put the part in there far enough to clip the locks back down. It came with seals, but not all of them. Not all of them that made it fit, so I had to dig into my stash there to come up with enough to get it all put back together, because this is the one day we have to work on. Tomorrow it's going to be in Texas. So it's 8 o'clock. I'm tired. But we take a day, work late, get it done, so that they don't have to suffer for a week and a half in the South with no AC. That's kind of the reason why I do that. I do think, yeah, I know it's hard on me, but to the customer, that's invaluable. You know, I can suffer a little bit so they don't have to suffer a lot. That's kind of the way I look at it. But it doesn't make it fun for me to have to deal with everything else that is, well, you're just going to have to wait till tomorrow for the right part. Or like in our instance, we ordered all the right parts. They're just not right. They didn't fit. During the condenser, since the AC compressor blew up, we changed the condenser out. We have tried flushing them before. Doesn't work. We've had them where they were plugged up in one section and the AC just would not work. After it started to warm up, it just quit. The pressures would start going way too high on the high side. You can find that with a heat gun, by the way, measuring different places across the condenser, and some places are hotter than others and cooler than others, and that tells you where the blockage is. But this one, it makes it really fun because the transmission cooler is attached to the condenser. Not attached as in bolts, it's the same rail. Why? What? Really, Chrysler? Come on. It's stupid. But oh well, it makes the parts cost more, which is the score, right? I don't get it, but they seem to think they do. Anyway, I pushed on it. Machine's pumping out right now, and hopefully it's gonna go off without a hitch when I start it up. We'll see. Just wanted to pop in here and talk a little bit about that. You know, going above and beyond for the customer. This guy has been good to us. He helps us out with tips, you know, actual tips, like you would give a porter or anything like that for going above and beyond. Well, he does that. Yeah, that's not something our industry does very much, but we have a lot of customers that do that. We have customers that bring in food. We have customers that bring us gift cards. You know, it means a lot, and it means that whenever they have trouble, we might go out of our way to make sure that they don't have to suffer. Like, comment, subscribe, hit your little bell notification, share it all around. We'll talk to you later.